Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently feudal at long last. And that of course means we have a lot of work to do. We need to... Where's Kong North? Here it is. Okay, we need to come into Kong North here and do a bunch of constructions. This is absolutely an extraordinarily high priority right now, and we might want to think about exiting scholarship focus at this moment. We've already got scientific, and we could hop over to wealth focus just to boost up our income. So 10% income, we're at minus 6.3 right now, but the majority of that, I believe, is reinforcing our men-at-arms, and I want to rework our men-at-arms. We've got too many pikemen, we've got way too many light footmen, we've got too many archers. I'd like to move these over to heavy cavalry, but I don't think we have the tech for that. No. Okay. We'd want to get onagers as well, so when are we going to have those? 9 years? We might want to wait on doing these until then, and then we can make a couple more changes a little later on. So that would be the overall concept at this point. So we need as much gold as we can get right now. Gold is really, really, really valuable to us at this exact moment. So we're going to get a bunch of gold there. We can use the gold in multiple ways. We can build buildings, which is the best way to use the gold right now. We can also use the gold to gain legitimacy, which we don't have a lot of legitimacy at this moment, and we need to work up our legitimacy for sure. So that's definitely something we need to work on. Now, we currently only have one building slot in each of these locations. That does ease our requirement of gold somewhat. Now, forestry is probably what we should end up building here. Actually, guilds. I want that development growth. So I'm going to construct guilds here. In a lot of these locations, these building slots are full, and that's all we want, is we just want to have full building slots at this moment. So that is good. Nothing being needed over this way at this time. We don't have any duchy buildings to build, so that seems okay. Now, we could start putting money potentially... Actually, I want to check in here quick. We should ransom off any of these that we can. So I want to ransom any of these. This is... Yeah, this is absolutely fine. As long as they're not saying our vassal, I want to ransom them. This is going to get us a bunch of gold, and we're going to need it. We're going to need a crazy amount of gold at this moment. So we're just going to go through and ransom whichever of these we can. Not all of them at once can we ransom. Oh, that was our vassal. I did not intend to do that. I guess we might want to ransom all of our vassals right now, actually, just for the gold. That might not be a bad idea. So we just ransom everybody, which would mean that we would want to go into our prison here, if I can remember how to do that. Here we go. And mass ransom them for gold. Okay, so we're going to get a good amount of gold from that. And a lot of rivals as well. That's a crazy amount of rivals, to be honest. Okay, so that is all good. We ended up getting about 1,000 gold out of that, and this ransom should have gone through. Yeah, that's fine. No problem with that. We need a new marshal. That is going to be this guy. A lot of ransoms were just accepted, which is not at all shocking. So we're building a temple here. We're building a city here. We're building a city here. We're building a city here. This is already built. So this would need to be a castle, but we are not able to do that yet. Here we would need to build 2 castles. We're not able to do that yet. Checking in on our duchy situation, yes. So this up here is as good as it's going to get. Sure. So at this point, we need to wait on that. Okay. So that's all well and good. This is good to go for the moment. For right now, I want to come up to Tibesti and get them into our territory. This is going to cost us 950 prestige. That's a lot more expensive. No doubt about that. But we are going to be making prestige fairly regularly, and we're going to be spending it on fewer things. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's declare this war for now, and I'm going to drop our men-at-arms here. We probably don't need more than our men-at-arms, but I'm going to raise up 6,000 levies, maybe? Somewhere around there. That's most of our forces, to be honest. So we'll raise these up. Okay. This is probably sufficient. We're going to head up over this way. And yes, I know that we can boost these up, but we're going to be reworking our men-at-arms fairly soon. We've got a fair amount of work that needs to be done here. So we're going to go up and attack Tibesti, but this is... No, stop gathering. You're supposed to be moving. Okay, cool. We need to work on our financial situation, right? No doubt about that. I want to check in. Are we being endorsed by our Hogan? Yes, but not maximally. So we're going to continue to work on swaying him. That'll be fine. And let's see. We don't want to spend money on this. Stop wasting my time. Cool. So his army might be coming around this way. If so, that's kind of awkward, and I don't really care. They can do that. We'll just siege. So that seems fine. Let's split this force in half, and there's nothing they can do about this. We're going to take 270 casualties here, but that's okay. There's a disillusion faction created against us. Hilarious. And we should probably make sure that our spy master is liking us, and she isn't. We may want to replace her with someone like our brother here. He's not happy. Indeed. He's not happy at all. I'm going to assign him. He is better, and he's happier. Now, our Hogan is not maximally endorsing us yet. As soon as he is, we should switch over to swaying our brother. That's the way this is going to go. Okay, cool. We have some additional prisoners that can be ransomed, and we are going to ransom off whichever of these we can. Do it. We need all of the gold we can get, and wars are expensive. So that is noted. Ransom off all of that. Fantastic. Another rival. Just what we needed. It's all good. So we've got 2 months left here. 60 gold for disease recovery is worth it. I don't like spending money right now, but it is worth it. Objectively. We're going to gain some prestige here. I don't want to lose gold. Gold is very valuable. So that'll be fine for the moment. We also have, I think, an artifact that's going to break soon or something. What is this indicating? Oh, just court grandeur is below expectations. Yeah, that's fine. Court grandeur is going to approach... Expectations are currently 9. Yeah, I don't want to put money into this, though, at the moment. We're in a tribal court right now, and we probably should switch off of a tribal court, but we don't have the prestige to do it. So we'll have to come back to that. Okay, so this siege is completed. We're going to walk up over here. I don't really want to do too much more war at this point. However, one thing we can always do is go into our inventory and get rid of things here. Like, we'd be able to equip this prized bow instead of the dagger, which I'd prefer to do. The regalia we should honestly repair. We'll do that. And then in the regalia here, well, actually in here, we should destroy these artifacts and just get whatever gold we can out of them. So 40 gold from each of these sounds good. In the regalia, yep, that's fine. Which of these would we prefer to have? I'd prefer to have the prestige. So we're going to get rid of the bronze-plated laminar armor. That'll be fine. We can equip a new trinket here. Powerful vassal counselor tax contribution, huh? I'm interested in that. 1%, and yeah, let's do that. So I'm now going to destroy these artifacts. This horn is only going to last 4 years. That's fine. The morsel of St. David, get out of here. The sword song, I'm going to get rid of. Actually, hang on. That's a 2% increase. I'm going to equip that instead of the horseshoe. We're going to get rid of the horseshoe. Okay, and then we get rid of the fine Galen. Beautiful. So that gets us a bunch of cash there. Equip the Bobo Burnished Mail. Thank you. And Penury and Bloodlust should probably be repaired. Only 38 gold. Do it. That seems fine. Righteous Vengeance, huh? Sure, that seems okay. So that's a rival because she murdered our parent, and that's definitely fair enough. I want to check in on this. Spread in 42 baronies right now, and has this changed in what it costs? I don't know. Maybe. How are we doing on spreading this anyway? We are at... I mean, we're at 43 right now. 20% legend spread chance? Okay. Well, let's wrap up this siege and get out of this war. Cool. So we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. We don't want to hold these ourselves. So we'll grant these on out. Perfect. Just wanted to get that cleaned up a little bit. Now, there's definitely some border core out here. I'm not going to be too focused on dealing with that yet, because we really need to get our financial situation under control. Now, we're going to have to pay to replenish all of these guys for a while. That's fine. Do we want to say nobles noted? What does this gain us? Prestige per legitimacy level. That doesn't actually help us that much. We don't have all that much legitimacy. Are we lacking control? A little bit. It's about the small folk. Okay, cool. So we were indeed lacking control. Now, one thing I want to point out here is our development is 23 here. And the development is now going to be spreading a lot faster now that we're feudal. So that is going to be really, really good. You can see here this is going up with 2 arrows here. 1 arrow out this way. It's 12 out here. Yeah. We're at 23 right now. It's going up nicely. So that looks solid. There are disillusion factions being created against us, which is very rude, of course. And I do want to do things like upgrading these pilgrim quarters. These are going to upgrade our tax income, which is going to be very, very useful for us. Yes, we will take 10 gold. So up over here, we have this temple holding that has prayer halls in it right now. Okay, that's fine. Not too concerned about that. Hospices can go in over here and over here. They're reasonably expensive, but they will eventually pay for themselves. And we are positive in our income now, so that looks good. Court grandeur level has decreased, and we were murdered. This is deeply unsurprising that we were murdered at that point. We had so many rivals. However, this is fine. We have no succession issues. Remarkable. All of our siblings are female. Well, that's interesting. I am going to give us a stewardship education at this time. And we're going to need to find someone to educate us. Honestly, she'll do. So that looks good. Now, we're going to have a regency. And we do need a chancellor here and a steward. And a marshal. And a spy master. There we go. So that'll all be reasonably fine. And hopefully, this kid will stick around for a while. Now, we are over our domain limit, and that is understood. I'm not too concerned about that right now, although it will be a bit of a problem. No doubt about it. And are we going to have serious factionalism? That is a question that we need to ask. Populists looks like it's probably a yes. Okay. That's reasonably fine. We can ransom this person. We'll do that. We're currently only making 1 gold per month. It's a little sad that we died when we did, but ultimately it's not the worst thing in the world. So we're getting all of these village centers finishing. I want to make sure that our mother is filling our coffers with gold. So that'll be absolutely fine. We want to have as much gold as we can right now, but our gold income is minimal. Absolutely minimal. We gained a level of devotion, and we've constructed a shrine as well. So we need to get working on getting all of these buildings constructed. We want to get things like guilds here. And we can get one of those going, but there's going to be a number more that we're going to need to make. Our gold count is going to be relatively low for the moment. We're not endorsed by our Hogan, and there's not much we can do about that right now, other than just wait for that short reign to go away. And court grandeur is a problem. No doubt about that. But our primary issue is economic. Now, this legend still exists. And we could promote that, but I don't think there's... Why is it saying we can do that when we have to be 12? I don't know. That's very strange. It feels like it shouldn't. We're 1 year old right now. So this is reasonably fine that we had this succession when we did. And at this point, all I'm going to do for a while here, we're going to let our vassals push borders. I'm not concerned about this. We're going to work on our internal matters. That is something that really, really needs to be worked on. We need gold. We need domain limit. And we need just a lot of things. The prize bow currently has low durability. That's fine. And let's actually hop over to the royal court here. There's a number of things here that we could probably get rid of. I'm going to get rid of this hide. I know these could generate us prestige. 3% powerful vassal counselor tax contribution is really interesting. Short reign duration is convenient for us right now, and court grandeur is good too. I think for the moment, I'm going to get rid of... We have 2 of these? No, that is currently displayed. I'm going to get rid of this, and we're not displaying this tapestry. Let's get rid of that. 80 gold. We could not destroy this. Our faith can't destroy artifacts for piety, and it has higher than masterwork rarity. So I'm going to get rid of this mysterious... Actually, it's going to have to be a wall hanging. What tapestry do we want to get rid of? Probably one of these wool banners here. So I'm thinking currently that we would put this tapestry up, and then this wool dynasty banner here we'll destroy for the gold. Okay, that'll be good. And now we're going to invest this money into building guilds. We'll build a guild here, and then we've got one not there, but rather here that we can build. So we'll get going on that as well. That will help us financially a lot. Hang on. Did I build that here? That's not in our territory. Okay, I'm dumb. I shouldn't have built that there necessarily. It should have been here. But okay. Subsidized liege authority, huh? So she would be limiting the crown authority. No. We would go from autonomous vassals to limited crown authority, and she would be the scapegoat. This is actually a good thing. She should do this. Beautiful. We love it. That's really, really good. So that's great. There's a court event available here, and we're going to try to take advantage of this silly generosity. It's probably not going to work. It's a 2% chance, and it worked? Wow, that was a 2% chance. Okay, we'll take the gold. Absolutely, we will take the gold. So we need to keep an eye on these dangerous factions, right? We do have this populist faction. But beyond that, there's not too much going on for factionalism. I'm very pleased about that. So we've got this temple and this city that we need to build in. And I believe that's it for the time being. It's going to take some time before we're ready to do that. So we want to here build a guild. We're missing 63 gold. Our mother is supportive. Ooh. I'd like to get that stewardship. Learning? Okay, learning is fine. But stewardship would be ideal here. We're definitely going to want to get some stewardship going. I want to take a look at how that onager is coming. It's 11 years away now. Okay, yeah, that'll be because we died. Mots will be available in 3 years, though. And once those are available, we'll be able to start building castles in our own domain. And that is going to be a big deal for us. Increasing our stewardship by 1 is very worthwhile here. We'll take that. I'm hoping to see this domain limit go up to at least 5 soon. Hopefully. We're currently 2. So 2 stewardship is not bad for a 2-year-old. It seems okay. So all things considered, we're pretty reliant on events right now. But you want freedom? You'll have it in death. So this is a populist uprising. And all of these guys are supporting it. Now, we need to find out where the war leader is. He is here. That's actually pretty solid. Let's raise up just our men-at-arms for the time being. We're going to go in and attack here. Boom. Fantastic. So we stack wiped that. Unfortunately, we didn't capture their leader. That is very, very sad. There's this guy down over here. Noted. So what are they attempting? What is their war goal here? Like, it's just a rebellion. Right, so they just want to hold their own territory. So that is reasonably fine. We could siege here. That would take 8 months to do that siege. I'm going to raise up additional forces here. Gold is going to be a concern. But we knew this was going to be the case. Okay, so we're raising up some forces here. I'm going to leave about 2,000 here. They're going to come up over this way, hopefully with a siege leader. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Okay, so we're going to swap these positions. There we go. We require a new steward. That'll be this guy. He's actually considerably better, so that's good. And we'll group these together, and I want to go attack over here. I want to fight these guys. If we can catch them. We might be able to. And if we can catch them separate from these guys down here, that would be great. They're headed that way, and we'll see if we can catch up with them. It's not looking fantastic. We're just chasing directly behind them right now, but I think we catch them here. So that looks good. Yeah, no problem there. We did become rowdy. That is understood. And we did lose a siege. That siege is out over here. Okay. So we win a siege here. Who is, or rather, where is the war leader right now? He's up in this army. Okay, that's a very long ways away. We're going to come down and attack over here for right now. And as far as this force goes, I want them to go attack Ouagadougou. So we'll get that under control. We're at 15% war score right now. But cash is absolutely going to be a problem here. No doubt about that. So we're going to look to catch this guy right down over here. And eliminate this force, ideally. Okay. That's going to be a stack wipe. And now he's very upset about this, obviously. We're at 20% war score at this time. And these guys are turning around. That is noted. We catch this force. That's going to stack wipe, putting us at 25% war score. Okay. They are probably running at this force here. We could consider raising them up additional reinforcements here. We'll see how many we're able to raise. I don't think we can even hire mercs here. There are no holy orders to hire. Mercs are too expensive. So we're probably just going to have to run away here unless we have a good amount of forces that raise up here. How long on this? 3 months? And the time to arrive here for this force would be 2. Okay. We're going to back off. And that seems fine for the time being. So these guys are not catching over here. Although they might catch now. No. Renewed Jihad. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to group together here, and we're going to withdraw out this way for the time being. These guys are too powerful for us to fight with that force. So we're going to move around up this way and hope to catch these guys up here. If not, we're going to make our way up and join our forces together. Yeah. So the Siege of Jimmy is currently lost. Unfortunately, without any ticking war score, I'm not entirely certain how we want to proceed with this war. It's very awkward, this war. We might be able... They would just white piece it. You know what? I don't want to fight this war. I don't care about it. We'll just white piece it. It's irrelevant. Okay. Beautiful. That cost us a ton of money. And absolutely nothing happened. But I didn't want to fight more of it. So we can imprison some criminals. I guess we can see if any of these will accept it. Almost certainly not. They just rebelled. So no, they would not. That seems fine. We should probably get some alliance negotiations if we could. But what we need right now more than anything is just pure cash, right? So that's going to take a good amount of time. We are altogether too young. We're 4 years old. And we really need to get some cash out of our regent. This building needs to be built, and this building up here did get built. So that was a chapel. Okay. This ransom is acceptable. That'll pull us a little closer to being out of debt. But we're going to be in debt for a while here. So to that end, we definitely are going to have to get our mayor to increase control in some of these counties. So this is at risk of plague, and we have uncooperative guilds there. So that's uncooperative guilds finished. Although that is going to need to continue to increase control. That'll be fine. Yep, absolutely okay there. We do definitely need to get our domain limit up. Now, we're currently at 3 stewardship and 4 years of age. I'd like to get that up a little bit higher, for sure. And our prize bow has low durability. We're out of cash, and we got to do something about it, right? Now, we can't raid anymore, so that's not an option. And mostly, we're just in some dire financial straits right now. A lot of this is caused by our domain limit right now. But I don't want to hand these titles out. I just kind of want to eat this for a while. It's awkward. No doubt about it. But it's something that I do want to do. So that'll be fine. Our regent has failed to skim for their mandate. That is sad. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to cruise through this regency, maybe even on speed 5, and we'll see what ends up happening. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And what is this? We're going to lose legitimacy either way? Okay, that's sad. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamers, Shadow Wolf, Kintogan, Ali Lee, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.